Everybody, we are back. We are back in the virtual sanctuary for a short little shut-in, a little prayer meeting. Marvin Winans and Cindy Flowers and Roberta McCoy. It goes on and on and on and on. But I think it is as we predicted originally. Will you hit that like button for me, everybody? Listen, we are almost at almost 25,000. Hit that subscribe button, everybody. Subscribe and also like this video. Do share right now. Share. Turn on your notifications so you'll know each and every time we just pop on in the virtual sanctuary, all right? And make sure that throughout the show, you can join Patreon. You can join the exclusive membership on YouTube. Do that. And as always, your support, the St. James Show, $, the St. James Show, throughout the show, if you are enjoying what we are bringing to you. Listen, everybody, we have something short to talk about. I'm not going to be here long. I was already on with the Prophet Manasseh. We had a wonderful show. Wonderful show tonight. If you didn't get a chance to see that, there's probably some people watching it right now that are watching the replay. I'm just going to let it go and have its thing. But we are here. Listen, daylight savings time, fall backwards, everybody. So we gain an hour. So it's really only 9:40 where I am, even though the clock right now says 10:40. It's only 9:40s. All right. Yeah. Now you can cut up. Yeah. Now y'all can cut up. Now this is a late night, double for the trouble. Yeah. All right. Let's old Bert that changed her tune, baby. The tune is changed. What's up, Eric Maurice Clark? How you doing, man? What is going on with you, Mr. Gospel Diaries? Hope all is well. I haven't heard from you in about a week or two, so I don't know what your problem is. Get it together, Eric. Get it together. Listen, y'all, we all know about this story in regards to Marvin Winans. I did a clip that went viral, and it went all around the world, and news outlets got it, really big blogs got it, TMZ, Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, a lot of the People magazine, a lot of different folks picked up the clip once they started seeing it on other platforms and things like that. But let me remind you of the clip that we are going to be talking about briefly, because we have an update on actually what's really going on over there with perfecting between Roberta McCoy and Marvin Winans. Now, Roberta McCoy is going to be the person that is going to be speaking here and giving her offering to Bishop-Elect Marvin Winans.
I, Roberta McCoy, giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Well, I'm going to work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
Some people said it was jovial, it was jokey or what have you. And some people say, well, other people got in the wrong line or, at certain times, and he didn't have that type of response. This was the issue. She got in the wrong line. He was calling for 1,000 plus one. Now, some interpretations could mean 1,000 plus $1 and whatever else. But he also said 1,000 plus 1,000, which means that was the time to get in line if you were going to give $2,000. And so she got in line with, she only had $1,235, but she still got in line with her grandson, and they were just going to go. Do I have this on off? Okay, it is anti-lock. Okay, so interpretation is the thing here. she may have thought it was 12, 1,000 plus one, meaning any other amount over 1,000. But this is what he meant.
Listen to what I'm saying. If you are here and you are giving 1,000 plus one, at least, you join me now in the center aisle. I'm coming back to those that are just giving 1,000. But if you're coming with a seed of 1,000 plus one, wherever you are, I need you to join me in this center aisle.
And as you remember, some people got behind it. Even Marvin Sapp had the audacity and the gall to step into this after he had his close the door scandal, a hashtag close the door gate. And he hopped in there and then later deleted it, but you can still find it on our community wall on YouTube. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. And then, Fred Hammond hopped in, even though he denounced and told Fred Hammond he wasn't operating in the will of God by lining up with a fraternity, a Greek fraternity. He said, well, he was still going to stand with Marvin Winans in this particular deal, and the whole thing was, I put rebuked on there. I put rebuked, and they're saying, well, it wasn't a rebuke, it was a correction. Now, Cindy Flowers, the CFO administrator over there at Perfecting Church in Detroit, she went on Monday, she got on the horn and she started doing damage control. So they ended up on the news in Detroit. So let's see what they said on the news. Roberta was on there as well. So let's see, and then we're going to get to Roberta. Ray said they done fell out already. Oh, you better believe it. Oh, yes, they have, Ray. So let's check this out.
But first, we need to clear up a major misunderstanding that's gone viral on social media.
On Sunday, Pastor Marvin Winans hosted a day of giving. Members of Perfecting Church were asked to donate $1,000 and raise another $1,000 to help finish the new sanctuary in Detroit and support their community programs. Pastor Winans asked those giving $2,000 or more to come to the front of the church first, with others following, from the largest donors to those donating as little as $1.62. But one member, Roberta McCoy, went viral after someone posted video of her coming to the front with less than $2,000, claiming she was rebuked by Pastor Winans. I spoke exclusively with both Pastor Winans and Roberta McCoy, who says she's been attacked online since that video began spreading.
Yes, we are here, Coop. Good to see you. Good. I got to stop it every now and then. We can't just let it go all the way through. So let's hear from, I believe, Roberta right now. Roberta McCoy. And if you let's just hear from her.
You're the woman in that viral video.
Right.
He did not rebuke you.
He absolutely did not rebuke me. Now, there's a difference. There was a correction, because let me clearly state.
Roberta says right here, he absolutely did not rebuke her. But hey, there was a correction. Let's keep that in mind, everybody. Keep that in mind.
That Pastor gave instruction on the lines to get into.
I was calling because the whole church was giving, and it was our day of giving, and the whole church was coming, and we didn't want people standing, the mothers and all that, so I was calling them by increments. And we had someone that had given out of before, and I corrected it, and I told everybody to listen and come.
Someone who had given out of before. Marvin Winans couldn't even get that together. He couldn't even quite get that together. We didn't quite understand what he was talking about there, but let's continue on to his explanation.
Come when you call, and that's all that was.
Roberta told me Pastor Winans personally apologized to her.
You hear that? Roberta told Miss Carolyn, the news anchor, that Pastor personally apologized to her.
Been a member of Perfecting Church since 2013 and has given faithfully over the years and will continue to do so.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Will she continue to do so? Let's go. All right, hold on. So What y'all say? Rebuke equals correction. Right. Y'all double tap the screen, everybody. Double tap the screen and hit that like button for me if you would be so kind. Attacked. Well, listen. Roberta been cutting up. Roberta has been online cutting up, y'all. Evangelist Berta is saying, listen here. Let me read you a couple things that Roberta has said. Let's get this together. Oh, Lord. She has a short version, and then we're going to read a longer version of what she has put out on social media, okay? Let's do this. She says, it's like I'm invisible now. I'm no longer useful to them. I served their purpose. I was only damage control. They wanted to protect the name, protect the brand. Their calls of concern has stopped when the media storm stopped. I see that with wide open eyes now. They turned on me. They blamed me. Now it's all my fault, they say. I'm the one that owes Pastor Winans an apology. They say I need to grow up. I need to be an adult about this. My heart is broken. I'm fading away. My big heart for people is shrinking into a shallow heartbeat. I can hardly hear my own heart beat anymore. I'm becoming someone that I don't know. My heartbeats are slower now. I'm fading. Can you still hear me? I was Roberta McCoy. Who am I now? Can you find me? Do you see me? Where am I? My beautiful soul has been replaced with this broken soul. Where am I? Where is my life? Can you find me? Can you see me? Can you find a remnant of me left? I can't see myself anymore. Let's see. Through these tears, can you see me? Am I totally invisible yet? This feels like an out-of-body experience. This feels like a nightmare stuck on the repeat button. Can you still see me? Am I turning into a shadow? The light in my eyes are dimmer. I'm fading. Can you see me? It ain't done yet, though. We're not done. We're not done at all. What do you guys think about this? We see, okay, Berta, are you here? Berta, hit the link. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. No, Berta. Oh. Flowers cussed that lady out. You better believe she cussed that lady out. Ooh. Well, Ray. Well, that's a... You think she on their nerves a little bit more now, Ray? You think they's about tired of Berta? Because, it was reported to me, Ray, that she was already a thorn in their left one. Or they left one, maybe the right one. I don't know how long the calls were supposed to come in. Rita Rue. Cindy said that mess. Woo. Well, let's go to her next one. Oh. But it goes to tell you, I told you, and some other people were saying, Roberta was made to do that interview. And we're going to get into it a little bit more now. Now, it's a lot of reading, but you know, St. James is up for the task. I'll drop the link a little bit, you know, when I'm done for a short period of time. If anybody has anything they would like to encourage Roberta about, or what's her problem? Why is she sitting? Oh, people will sit in the hospital on FaceTime. Let me not even get distracted. Oh, Let's go ahead and bring up this other novel and get into this. It's quite lengthy, everybody, but we're gonna read it. Because I don't know. I'm kind of torn between two decisions here. So I'm not, you know, pointing any fingers, but we're gonna see what you guys think about all this. Let me see if it'll pop up. You know, it takes a minute, a couple of times for it to pop up. I want y'all to see how long it is. Roberta had some time on her hands. Did y'all hit the like button yet? Y'all just hanging out in the sanctuary on your own. Don't want nobody else to join us. Hit that like button for me, everybody. Okay, let's try it again. Come on. You know, this is StreamYard. I really have no idea why StreamYard does this to us. They make us click on this thing 50 million times in order for it to pop in. Okay, we're going to try it a couple more times. If it doesn't work, I'll just read it to you guys. Pat Houston Flowers. What were you saying, Jesse? Okay. Okay, we got it. Let's read this thing here. Dear family and close friends, I didn't get quiet in this. I am shocked, hurt, and just trying to survive. I have been followed, accused of lies. Strange cars were sitting outside my house. I had to file a police report because someone came into my house, all because I have been a faithful church member who got in the wrong offering line. I'm a working member in my church. I'm out here trying to represent Jesus. I want my name in the Lamb's Book of Life, Ray. I want to live a quiet, peaceful Christian life, not just say I'm a Christian. I'm trying to maintain my integrity even now. Pain calls this hurt, deep pain, unnecessary church pain, embarrassing pain, sleepless night pain. Can't go anywhere without people knowing my face and my full government name pain. Cyber pain, memes pain, living in fear, living with a painful hole in my heart. What has it caused? I have that ugly face pain that you see when you cry hard in the mirror because the mirror won't judge what it sees. The mirror accepts all your flaws and all your imperfections and all your mistakes, like getting distracted by a 7-year-old boy with his $5 offering, who I thought that it is a blessing to give. I told y'all he gave some money to, I told y'all, see, y'all gonna listen to me one day. One day y'all gonna learn that I'll be walking in the spirit around here. He was watching everyone else give, and I heard wrong, and he jumped up, and I proudly followed him down the aisle at the wrong time, but with the right heart to donate money I didn't have to give, but it was a sacrifice. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So again, let me backtrack this. This is very important, everybody. Okay. Getting distracted by a 7-year-old boy with his $5 offering, who I taught that it is a blessing to give. He was watching everyone else give, and I heard wrong, and he jumped up, and I proudly followed him down the aisle at the wrong time. But with the right heart to donate money, I didn't have to give, but it was a sacrifice. I fasted 5 days prior and prayed. Anyone truly who knows me knows that I actually am a very loving person who believes in people to a fault, loves her church and her church family, and gave faithfully over the years. My children, this is Roberta McCoy talking, everybody. Roberta McCoy. My children reminded me that I've been a member of Perfecting Church since 1998. Left, but I rejoined in 2013. My children grew up at this church. I have not been a disobedient member, and I don't do things to intentionally disobey my pastor. I truly believed people of authority told the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth according to the word of God. I have held it all in. I took it all in silence. I am the sacrificial lamb without a shepherd. I am out here living without protection among the wolves. I asked countless times for that public apology that never happened, that never came. Again, Roberta says, everybody, I asked countless times for that public apology that never came. I asked for an apology to my family that never came. I didn't get an apology for that 7-year-old boy who looked up to his pastor and even takes piano lessons so that he could play like the pastor. He reads the Bible and mimics his pastor's sermons and rearranges his bedroom to look like a pulpit because he wants to become a pastor. Yet on that day, the offerings that dropped into the basket and organization of lines for accountability and the proper counting of money became more valuable than the human beings and souls. Roberta done flipped the script, y'all. More important than that little boy with those big brown eyes that innocently stood in front of you, who smiled up at you when he proudly handed you his envelope. How does your heart not rip open with remorse for him? Mine does. Matthew 18:16 says, but whosoever shall offend one of these little ones of which believe in me, it were better for him that a milestone were hanged around his neck and that he would drown in the depths of the sea. Woo! Yeah, hopefully she do feel better after this letter. Because it's still some more. Just in case this is what we're talking about.
Roberta McCoy, giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
And her writing reads as thus. Now, about that apology, the only apology I got was, I apologize that you're going through this. So Roberta McCoy states that the only apology she got was, I apologize that you're going through this. Let's talk about the Channel 7 interview. When I got the call to meet at Channel 7, in my mind, I was thinking we were going to have a public apology sit down, not separate interviews. That's why I went to that. That's why I brought my grandson. explained to me how it was an interview of about 12 to 15 minutes, and manipulated and cut sound bites were used, and I had spoken about how I mistakenly got in the wrong line because of this little boy wanting to give. I told Carolyn how my grandson was born deaf and God healed him completely because I had planted in good ground at Perfecting Church. And she asked, would I give in the future? And I said, yes, I would sow into its good ground. Showed the whole interview, not manipulated sound bites. She done drugged the baby in this, Nicola. She done took the baby over there to the Channel 7. Carolyn asked me about an apology because I was asked 3 times by pastor's church administrator to make sure you say, Pastor apologized. Carolyn asked me about an apology because I was asked 3 times by pastor's church administrator, and I believe she speaks of Cindy Flowers, to make sure you say, Pastor apologized. So I did, and I said he didn't rebuke me because to me, rebuke means to cast out a demon or spirit, or at least that's how we use it in the church. I was corrected. Pastor did give direction several times because I wasn't the only one that got in the wrong line, because I was but I was the only one verbally and sternly corrected. Scheme set up by Jesse, huh? Let me read that again. Pastor did give directions several times because I wasn't the only one that got in the wrong line, but I was the only one verbally and sternly corrected. I was wrong for getting in the wrong line at the wrong time, but I got distracted. Did Pastor see the smile that I saw on that day on my grandson's face that morning when he gave? But what happened to that smile when his grandmother got back to her seat after this correction? When he saw the tears fall from her eyes, and then he saw his grandmother run out of her church in tears. Lord, we didn't know all this happened. We didn't know all this happened, y'all. Ran out of the church. Where you at, Fred Hammond and Marvin Sapp in the gang? Where y'all at? Y'all running after Roberta outside? Or y'all still defending Marvin Winans? What we doing here? My grandson tried to comfort me on the way home. He said he was sorry. He said to me, I know why you're crying, Grandma. Pastor said you didn't have enough money. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, that almost got me, y'all. Oh, it's just taking me back to my childhood. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. This is getting me, Eric. My grandson tried to comfort me on the way home. He said he was sorry. He said to me, I know why you're crying, Grandma. Pastor said you didn't have enough money. I kept telling him over and over, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Even though I wasn't sure myself because I was hurt by my spiritual father. I recently heard a bishop say that's their joking relationship and pastors know their members. I have never had a joking relationship with my pastor. Ooh, Lord. Yeah, somebody go get Tyler Perry while he over there giving money. I couldn't sleep that night. So at 3 a.m. before this went viral, I wrote my pastor a letter with tears falling from my eyes about how humiliated I was and how embarrassed I was and how hurt I was. When Pastor finally called me the next day, that's when he said, I apologize for what you're going through. So Roberta McCoy says that Bishop-Elect Marvin Winans, his apology consisted of, I apologize for what you're going through. I told him this is too much on my mental. I tried to tell him how he hurt me, and he kept saying, do you believe God? And okay, you got to stop all that crying. Stop letting the devil get in your mind, Berta. Believe God. Roberta McCoy says that after she told Marvin Winans that all this was getting to her mental, and she tried to tell him how hurt she was, all Marvin Winans asked her, do you believe God? And okay, you got to stop all that crying, Berta. Stop letting the devil get in your mind. They always blaming something on the devil. Marvin don't care, Berta. Marvin don't care. I'm sorry, Berta. The viral attacks have begun. The church damage control calls start coming into me. I was told to tell all reporters and news stations that want to interview me to call Perfecting Church directly, and she would handle them. That sounds like Cindy Flowers. The correction had gone viral, and I remained silent. I was told by his administrator I was too emotional. This would blow over, and there is a 5 to 7 day window on viral videos, and all of this will go away when they find the next thing to talk about. Cindy, we found the next thing to talk about, and you're still involved. Y'all can't read that anyway. But that didn't help me and my mental health. It's mental health, the big topic in the world, in the church. What if public correction and public humiliation caused me to take my life? I'm not a celebrity. I'm a church member. No one asked me what broke me that day. No one saw the little girl who had grown up in an extremely abusive household, whose abusive father talked to her in that same manner and tone. Whose abusive father told her, stop all that crying. The same abusive father will beat you and then turn around and tell you they love you, or beat on your mother in front of you and tell you stop all that crying, and the next day had you fresh cupcakes from the bakery when you woke up in the morning. Oh Lord, Roberta been through a lot, but you never know. I think this is a really good time to know. You never know what people are going through. And I gave my life to Christ and joined church so that all those fears and dream demons would stop and all those memories would be healed. And now I wake up at night dreaming all over again. That's on the good night when I can't actually sleep. You said Bertha's book is about to come out. Oh, I think so. Why now? Why today? Because yesterday was my breaking point. I got a call from pastor's church administrator after writing her a text asking again for an apology for my family, and the blame has been turned and put on me. I was told that I need to be an adult about this situation, and there will be no apology to my children who do not go to our church. I didn't know you had to be a member to get an apology for hurting a family. I was hurt. My daughters were hurt, and my grandson was hurt. I was told that I should be apologizing to my pastor because I don't realize what this has done to him. I said, "Are you serious?" She said, "Yes. None of this would have happened if you did not get in the wrong line." She said, "You couldn't have got out of the line at any time and went back to your seat. You didn't have to stand there in that line," and that she was done communicating with me. And if I had any further comments, concerns, or needed to speak to pastor further, please call his executive secretary directly to make an appointment with him. Her tone changed quickly. She was now sounding cold, heartless, defensive. I was stunned. Now I'm the problem. Then a couple of hours later, a bouquet of flowers arrived from her. Cindy Flowers realized that she had put her whole 13 foot in her mouth. This is a shame. And if y'all shout over this tomorrow, y'all gonna look up your eyes somewhere. You're gonna look up, you're gonna be looking up somewhere. As the old folk used to say, I ain't gonna finish it. Woo. Is there any accountability in the church anymore? Where are the church board members, the newly appointed deacons? Did they not see this? Do they care about me? I remember as a young woman having a baby out of wedlock, I had to stand before the church and apologize and repent. Roberta got a lot of stuff going on. They held me accountable before I could sing or work in the church. Accountability. So now that the public outcry has died, I am the one at fault. So now it is my fault. I did what the Bible says. I went to my pastor and I wrote him a letter, and I tried to take my family with me to talk, and now they want my continued silence. Nope, I'm being an adult about it. Please understand, I'm not mad at my pastor. Here she go. Or his church administrator, Cindy Flowers. I love them. I forgive them 70 times 7. Here come this church brain, y'all. I just can't let church hurt continue and we go on as a church as usual. My children deserve better. My grandson deserves better. His heart is broken. He was scheduled to be baptized December 7th. Oh, God. Invitations were made and going out next week. Oh, you may want to go to GEI, Roberta. I don't think they're going to baptize your grandson. Cindy not going to allow that to happen. Oh, they got invitations going out, y'all. Grandson was so excited that he told everybody about his upcoming baptism because he was just that excited about it. Oh, Lord. Charmaine? The lady at Taco Bell knows about it. The lady at Taco Bell knows about it, y'all. The lady at the grocery store knows about it. He even announced it at my great niece's Raven's baptism last month. He announced it to her church and invited them to his baptism. God, please give me instruction and direction. I need your prayer. Take him on over there to GEI, Roberta. Take him over there to Greater Grace. I don't know if you want Jesus' name or Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I don't know which one you want, but pick one. Because I don't think Marvin going to baptize your grandson. Ooh, he told everybody, Nicola, Jesse, he told everybody he was getting baptized. I don't need social media approval, and you now know this is not about money or revenge. I already shut down a few people that wanted to do a GoFundMe or send out my Cash App because this is not about raising money for me. My Cash App says 0. It's about making changes in the church for future generations. This is about a church member that wanted a public apology for a public offense. And this could have been gone away last week. I needed time to heal, not told to be an adult about it. Now, I guess they will stop asking me when am I coming back to church, because they don't care about the offense or me as a person. I served my purpose as damage control. Why do they want me back at church so soon in pain? Girl, they're gonna have that camera on you, sweet pea. They're gonna show you clapping your hands, and they're gonna make sure you dress up your grandson and bring him too, so they can put that camera on him to show the damage control that everything is all right. So they can put she just said it. So they can put a camera on me and say, see, we're all better. No, let me heal. Give me my apology so my healing can begin and so my family can heal. Hashtag I cried my last tear yesterday. I'm ready to begin my healing. I have no anger, just healing. She needs a little help with this hashtag stuff. I don't think she knows how to do that. We deserve a public apology for public correction, but pray for our healing and direction, even if it doesn't happen. Hashtag pray for my pastor. Hashtag pray for my church. Hashtag forgive him, forgive them. Hashtag please give pastor and his administrator mercy, because we need mercy. He is a great anointed pastor and teacher. Oh, Roberta. Don't come for them because I still love them in my heart. You don't want these hands, LOL. Oh, bless your heart, Berta. Hashtag to my close friends and family, thank you for your support, and let's begin this healing process together. Thank you for inviting me to your churches and to meet your pastors. I guess everybody been trying to invite her to their churches. To the ministers, pastors, and bishops who had those private conversations with me, thank you for your support. And guidance and prayers. Thank you for seeing the offense and that you see the truth. And please use this as a learning experience. Thank you for inviting me to be a member of your church. To my grandson, you have an anointing on your life. I pray that God erases this from your memory and that your heart remains pure. I told you, remember this stuff. Yeah, okay. Church partners, cause I really love you. Yep. Church has to stop. Did you? She getting a little shit. She said, "Did you see the empty seats on Sunday at 10:45? People are appalled and tired of being mistreated in the churches. Do you know what would bring people back to church in great numbers? I think seeing the human side of a pastor. I think if they saw a pastor who was not prideful, but who was humble like Jesus and just said he was sorry for the offense, I think that would bring a lot of people back to the churches all over again." Then she goes on to say, I, Roberta McCoy, stand in faith and give this letter in unity to those who never received your apology from church hurt. I'm sorry. It's so much going on in the world today. Let's get this together. Let's repent. I believe in the Bible. I know Jesus is coming back for his church. He doesn't care whose name on the building. Blah, blah, blah. She said, I am not a minister, preacher, or pastor. I am just a hurt adult who does not want others to be hurt in the church. Let's begin this church healing journey, and let's begin with me. I pray that I have been a comfort to you in this. I am Roberta McCoy. What y'all think? What do you guys think? Are they just trying to counter off as, a little off, a little loony, Ooh, they said Winans is a money gambler. Identified by the pastor's open rebuke. My God, today. I'm going to drop the link. If anybody wants to come and sound off, you are more than happy, more than welcome to do that. Roberta McCoy, if you're up, you may be a little late there in Detroit, but if you're up, you're more than welcome to come up here and speak your piece as well. I'm going to pin the link. Return his money if Tyler asks for it back. I don't know. Where the money collected over the past, well, we want to know. What's all the money that was collected over the last 23 years? I was just talking about that with someone. We were talking about financial literacy in the church tonight in our earlier program. And, this is definitely, in my opinion, abuse of church funds, possibly. I don't have any proof of that, but when you have a building program that you've been dealing with for 23 years, how can things be right? Now that you've listened to the words of Roberta and how things went, let's listen again to this interview. How about we do that?
But first, we need to clear up a major misunderstanding that's gone viral on social media.
On Sunday, Pastor Marvin Winans hosted a day of giving. Members of Perfecting Church were asked to donate $1,000 and raise another $1,000 to help finish the new sanctuary in Detroit and support their community programs. Pastor Winans asked those giving $2,000 or more to come to the front of the church first, with others following, from the largest donors to those donating as little as $1.62. But one member, Roberta McCoy, went viral after someone posted video of her coming to the front with less than $2,000, claiming she was rebuked by Pastor Winans. I spoke exclusively with both Pastor Winans and Roberta McCoy, who says she's been attacked online since that video began spreading. You're the woman in that viral video.
Right.
He did not rebuke you.
He absolutely did not rebuke me. Now, there's a difference. There was a correction, because let me clearly state that Pastor gave instruction on the lines to get into.
I was calling because the whole church was giving, and it was our day of giving, and the whole church was coming, and we didn't want people standing, the mothers and all that, so I was calling them by increments. And we had someone that had given out of before, and I corrected it, and I told everybody to listen and come when you call, and that's all that was.
Roberta told me Pastor Winans personally apologized to her. She's been a member of Perfecting Church since 2013 and has given faithfully over the years and will continue to do so.
Yeah. There was something else. Okay, let's look at this one.
You may have noticed that construction is finally resuming on the new Perfecting Church right on Woodward and 7 Mile. Well, tonight, Pastor Winans also gave me an update on that project, nearly 20 years in the making. Over the past 8 months, teams of construction workers from Tools Contracting Group have been busy both inside and outside this massive 168,000 square foot structure that will be the home of the new Perfecting Church, transforming what had long been seen as a stalled project.
We are working feverishly so that we will have our opening in 2026. And with all of the things that people don't know fall in the line, from tariffs to the interest rates, all of that can determine how fast or how slow things go.
One of the partners at Tools Contracting told us the land surrounding the church has been graded. Tree removal is complete, and new curbs, sidewalks, and parking lots are taking shape, with space for 705 cars. So I understand you've had contractors in here for about 8 months now, busy working.
We've been working. This is 2025. We've been having folk in and out since we started back up. It has been a continual grind.
Hold on, y'all.
Slow in some areas. Some things are long lead items.
Y'all, hold on. I'm in a hotel, so the Wi-Fi is weird.
Where you have to place the order months and months ahead.
Inside, crews have finished fireproofing the structure and completed the acoustics in the 3,200-seat sanctuary. The fire suppression system, including all black piping and sprinklers, has been installed throughout the building. The fire alarm system is being wired now. Rough plumbing is underway, and HVAC work is in
Hold on, y'all.
progress. Workers will begin putting up walls this month. One of the pricier additions now required by the city of Detroit, a new water retention system, will help slow the release of rainwater and reduce flooding in Detroit neighborhoods. The city has also issued new site work permits, and both sides now agree progress is undeniable. Here's the statement we received from Corporation Counsel for the City of Detroit, Conrad Mallett. It reads in part, once and for all, the court and the people of the City of Detroit will know if their patience will be rewarded. Current talks between the City of Detroit and Perfecting Church should result in the filing of another consent agreement that the parties hope will be the last time court supervision will be necessary. What do you say to community members? I know this has been a long process, almost 20 years. Do any neighbors say anything?
I understand their impatience. And I often tell them, just give me some more money and we'll get it done faster. But it's going to be a blessing for the whole city and the suburbs. And we have great plans for this building as a community church.
Crews are working daily from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. with completion expected by June of 2026 at a projected cost of $23 million. The plans that you showed me before, the beautiful plans, have those plans changed?
Some of those have changed as it relates to whether it's a Chevrolet or a Cadillac.
You scaled back a little bit?
We've scaled back just a little, but we are holding true to what you saw because we wanted to have that wow factor.
And while plans have been downsized just a bit, when finished, Perfecting Church will include banquet space, classroom.
Courtney, what say you?
Where is Demetrius Senegal so we can have the rebuke of Bishop-Elect Marvin L. Winans?
I mean,
Listen, now I think Berta has been on these YouTube streets.
yeah.
And of course, she's seen, what everybody has to say. So now I
She's
think that
she's conjured up a little bit of
yes.
Possibly now. Possibly.
Berta said, "Oh, I got all these people on my side. Let me go ahead and,
She
give
said,
the real tea."
Yeah, I am hurt. Yeah. But now it was news to us to say she went out of the church crying that same day, and her grandson was saying, "What's wrong, Grandma? What's wrong?" So she was, I believe, if her word is correct, she said she was crying that day when she went to go sit down. So,
Okay, and that's fine.
but
Okay.
what I'm saying is, then it kind of negates our fact that she probably got a little bit of push from the internet, but it sounds like she was already, crying.
Berta is really working on her book for real, and
You
I'm
can,
okay with this.
yeah. I'm
I'm
gonna say,
okay
'cause I
with
know
this.
you want all women to write a book on men, so I know. I know you.
Berta,
Mm,
write your book, Berta. But
mhm.
okay,
Yeah.
they gave somewhat of an apology.
But they didn't give an apology at all. They said, "We're sorry that you're going through this." Never said, "I'm sorry for speaking to you in that manner in public." Even if and his thing would have been, I believe I've hurt you, and I apologize for speaking to you in that manner, especially in public. I want to apologize for that. Do you
What
forgive
pastor?
me?
What pastor you know will make an apology like that? Let's
I,
be
I,
for real.
I don't know one, but that doesn't make that it's right
No,
for
come
them
on
not
now.
to.
We're in agreement there, of course. Come on. But
Mhm.
come on. At least he did. I'm gonna give him a
Yeah,
smidgen of whatever. He at least he did. I'm sorry you going through this. I didn't even expect that. Okay.
I'm sorry you're going through this. That's like you. Okay, when you get if you get, say you were married and your
Hmm.
husband cheated on you, Courtney, and he says, "Baby, I'm sorry you're going through this." What are you going to say to him? "Thank you, sweetheart. Please don't put me through this anymore." No, he needs to apologize for cheating on you,
Well,
not that
first of
the way
all, his
you
his
feel.
bags is gonna be outside anyways. Don't even worry about no. See, you talked to the wrong one
No,
about
but
that.
what I'm saying is that absolutely makes no sense. That I'm sorry that you're going through this.
Of course,
No,
of course,
no.
you're right. We agree. We agree. But
Okay.
we talking about Marvin Wine is number one. Number two, we're talking about a pastor. They
Yeah.
don't apologize. I'm sorry. Let me not do.
It's
Okay,
sad, but
let me
you're right.
stop.
It's sad, but you're right. Not many do that, and especially do it
Mm-mm.
at this point. At this point, other bloggers are going to pick it up. We know this. So at this point, if Marvin Winans doesn't take an opportunity to apologize on that pulpit while his stream is going, I think he's going to have some more problems.
St. James, I'm gonna bet you some money off the record. We'll discuss this offline. He is not. I repeat, he is not gonna apologize.
Hmm.
Period. He's gonna get up there and he's going to say that they did issue an apology to her
And she's
and it
lying.
wasn't yeah, and it
Yeah.
wasn't accepted if he
Yeah.
says anything at all. Okay, so let's be clear on that. But him, public apology, not happening in this lifetime nor the next. Hey, Sean Talks, you got it.
Mhm. Earl White says, "My pastors do apologize. He admit when he's wrong. I'm sorry." Well, that's good because like I said, I think she's making a generality, kind of a generalization of pastors, but because we know a lot of the pastors, they have these ego problems and these issues. They don't want to seem weak in front of the people, so they don't do a lot of apologies. But the ones who do, God bless you. Go ahead, Sean.
Well, he not gonna give no apology. He gonna come with some scriptures and
Yeah,
something that got ain't got nothing to do with
yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
But with Bert's um dissertations, she really like explained a lot of stuff.
she did.
And this is this mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I don't like it. I
Like
don't like it at all.
even the whole, because I kept wondering with the news thing, like, why do everything look so like this? It should have been him sitting next to her and them
Yeah,
talking and him offering this apology, because it's just as simple as that. She don't want no money, she don't want no accolades, she just
I can
want
tell you what they
an
did.
apology.
That Carolyn woman, she's a friend. They said the ex-husband used to go to perfecting something the new one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I bet she said, we'll just do the interview separately. Don't worry, Pastor Winans, we'll cut it up. We'll cut it up to make you look good. And that's what they did.
Because he even did a wardrobe change. Like, what is
Well, yeah, because he had a brown suit. Then he had no. That was two different. I showed two different videos. I did.
okay. Because I'm like, how did he get? But even still, he does like Wooten does. When he starts to lie in, his voice start to crack, and he start doing them hard swallows and a lot of hand movement. Sir,
Yeah,
you okay. Y'all know every month that I came here before I moved back, I purposely rode by perfecting.
right.
Ain't
He said
nobody
they.
been
He said
working.
they've been working for months.
The lies. The lies.
They
I
did
have the
not start
video.
working until the video went viral.
That was it. They
They
can
got
stop
people
that.
over there on Monday morning, and all we heard was beep, beep,
That
beep.
was it. I'm going Monday just because, as
Well,
long
they're
as it ain't
probably going to
raining.
have people out there now because, now it's about to get stirred up again. And I think it needs to get stirred up again because those people who came out again, for Marvin, see, they don't understand. Sometimes you got to just stop with the co-signing sometimes, y'all, and just
And they
let
should
things
have just
play
not
out.
said nothing.
But
Yeah,
you know they co-signing because that is the Marvin
I
L.
know.
Winans.
I know. I know.
But my message to Berta, please do not go to them people church tomorrow.
I know.
She gonna go to church tomorrow. You
Well,
know
she
that, right?
hasn't been. She said they've been trying to get her
I
to
don't.
go.
She
And you
ain't
know what they
going.
want. They just want to put the swing that camera on her and her grandson and say all is well. But even if she goes tomorrow, y'all, we have heard the sentiments of her heart. She may go in there under regular church brain and how people grow up, and we understand now. We know a little bit better. She went through some verbal abusive situation. It looks like she witnessed some physical abusive situations in her home. She said her father used to talk to her as Marvin Winans talked to
That's
her.
a trigger.
Yes, so she was triggered, and I think that's probably why she went to her seat and she eventually just went out of the church crying. I don't think we should that should be glossed over. And for Cindy Flowers to
Mm.
always be in a damage control mode, I understand that. But honey, do you ever have a heart?
Mm-mm.
Didn't Luther ask, does anybody have a heart? Do you
But
have one?
Omarion said there's an ice box where this heart used to be.
Oh, gee,
okay,
that must be
but
flowers. That must be.
but then but okay, but then let's look at it this way. Wooten tries to say people know they pastor, people know they pastor. But if
Mm,
she's been there this long, you should know that about her.
yeah, yeah, right,
And for
right.
you to do something like that to her, and this is supposed to be your longtime
Yeah.
member, you should know that, okay, I can't say this to her this way because.
Well, I told you what they said. Now they said, Berta, you get on his nerves.
But
That's what they
even
told
still, again, that's still knowing your member. And if she's gone through that, she's not just a regular person getting on your nerves.
Right, right.
She's looking for that male figure, that father figure, that strong that she can depend on. And then, just like when she was younger, here she is again at
Yeah,
this age in the same headspace.
yeah,
He
yeah.
got to fix that.
And we've talked about that. With that, her grandson is going to remember how he felt when he heard Marvin Winans said, "That's only 1,200."
And he said, because you didn't have enough money.
And he
She
said,
got to now explain that to him and
I
still go
know,
through. That's not right.
because you didn't have enough money, huh, Grandma? Ooh, that almost broke
That's
me right
not
there.
right.
Because it's the innocence of a child. I don't care if the child's annoying. I don't care if the child is grown, because all these kids grown now for some reason, something in the chicken. But you cannot take the innocence away from a child like that. He should have apologized to that son, that grandson. He should have.
Especially being the idol like that to him. He
Yes.
he he looks at you. He looks up to you. He mimics you. And this
Yeah.
is what you did.
And you won't do anything you're just going to sing over everything tomorrow and preach over everything tomorrow and not
Mm-mm.
offer a sincere apology and stop with this. She got in the wrong. She just told you he got up, went in the line, and because he had his money, he had his $5 that he wanted to give. And was he a little, probably a little bad or whatever? Why are you getting up going? That's besides the point. But she followed him, so she got distracted. So that's why she went into the line.
But he ain't do nobody else like that. So that excuse ain't working.
No. And then that's the thing. Like other people got in the wrong line at the 10:45 service, at the 3 p.m. service, and he did not speak to them in that manner.
Wait, I'm just thinking about the news clip. He said in that goat suit that somebody else, that's when he got that tongue tied, that somebody else
Mm-hmm.
had given
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And then you come back. It's a whole, what Jesse say? It's a whole scheme set up. It's because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is too much.
I'm telling you, it's really sad when I saw that on her page, and then somebody else sent me some other information on it. I was like, this is mm-mm, mm-mm.
Have her
I
come on
got
the
to.
show, St. James.
I will definitely invite her on. I would love to have her to talk to her. Somebody's, I added her, so hopefully she'll add me back and I can have a conversation with her.
Okay.
Listen here, Raython Jordan. I don't know who you are, but that statement is out of Black women don't like correction, especially from Black men. So what I'm gonna do to you, because I don't even like
Oh
that.
Lord.
Oh,
I don't even like that. I don't like that
oh.
you said that. I don't even like that you in my chat saying that. Where you at? I don't know who you are,
Marvin,
but
is that you?
you go over there to the children's church and have bologna sandwiches for the rest of the evening, okay?
God
All right,
bless.
Raythel.
Get out of
But
here.
you know what? She couldn't even go to the church tomorrow because the way those ushers and security is set up, when they see her approaching, they're
Hmm.
going to think that she's coming on some malice or on
Yeah, yeah,
some
yeah. She better
because of
find another
what's
church
going
home.
on.
She better
Yeah.
find another church home. And then it sounds like her folks wanted some apologies too. Like they wanted Marvin to apologize to her, but Cindy told them, your people don't go to our church. Your
But they
kids don't go
used
to our
to.
church. Yeah.
And they sent her flowers. That's what she said, right?
After she got cold, disrespected her, told her she need to stop crying and be an adult, then they sent her flowers. Cindy Flowers thought about what she may do. She did it. She did it.
That's a slap in
Cindy
the
is a
face.
piece of work.
Always
Cindy
has
is
been.
interesting, y'all. Y'all don't
Always
understand. They have said Cindy has been the downfall, one of the biggest downfalls of Perfecting Church.
for a long time.
That's been the word for a long time. And
The
she's good with CC, BB, I mean, and she's good with Marvin and all that. Well, that's fine. But sometimes the closest people to you, your yes men and your yes woman who won't tell you the real deal, take part in the destruction of your business, of your marriage, of your church, when they won't tell you that you're wrong. And Cindy probably has Cindy, y'all want to see Cindy? Some of y'all, this was
Cindy
her the
got a
day.
lot of connections.
Well, and that's fine. But you know what? They've been building the church for 23 years. So,
Mhm.
well, she shows us all the connections she has right here. Y'all listen.
Praise the Lord. Yeah, it was not a competition. I just told the Lord I just wanted to beat Elder Healy. Amen. That's all my prayer was. I, Cindy Flowers, give in faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing my seed of $2,000 and receiving the blessings to come. And I also want to announce my contributors through my giving campaign. Amelia Doling, $50. Angela Haddon, $50. Dr. Shelley McIntosh, $50. Leandra's Holmes, $50. Elder Charles Clifton, $50. Carolyn Rucker, $100. Somebody called a happy contributor, don't know who that was, they just gave $100. Another anonymous gift of $100. Harry Dawkins, $100. Victor Smith, $100. Shannon Smith, $100. Pastor Darrell and Lady Latanya Blair, $100. Orlean Thomas, $100. Crystal Bailey, $100. David Michaels, $250. Bina Elliott, $250. He's here today. Brother Garrett Barnett. Stand up, Brother Garrett, $500.
There we go.
Pastor Larry Trice, $500. Bishop George and Lady Seawright, $500. Pastor Reva Timms Watkins, $500. B.B. Winans, $1,000. Ken Allen, $1,000. Alex Williams, $1,000. Pastor Mike from Savannah, Georgia, $1,000. David and Jolene Bomarito, $2,500. Brother Damon Tools, can you stand, Brother Damon? $2,000.
Our builders.
And to Lisa Yancey, $5,000. Wow. So my giving platform raised $17,150. But that's not all. That's not all. I have checks today with me that I went and picked up. I have $1,000 from Royalty Cleaners, and Reverend Horace Sheffield sold $5,000. So my total contributions was $23,150. My seed of $2,000. I am giving today $25,150.
And yes, Charlene, I believe that she said, and he will never let Cindy go with those kind of donations coming in.
That's what she's been doing that since the beginning. When they first started, she was giving money. She's been always giving money. So she gonna do pretty much whatever.
I'm gonna drop down, y'all.
It's told she's the chief financial officer of the church, administrator, whatever. Everything. She's everything. What'd you say, Courtney?
I was saying I was gonna drop down. Good night, y'all. I'll go to the chat.
Thank y'all for coming up. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you.
All right. Listen, y'all. I just wanted to bring you the news to let you know that Roberta McCoy states that she never received an apology from Marvin Winans or any other staff member of Perfecting Church. All they said was, we're sorry that you're going through this. Not what, and they feel, listen, she didn't pay attention to what I said. She hopped in the line, she got embarrassed, and that's just what it is. Charge it to the game, Berta. That's what they feel. Total off. Total to grow up. Stop crying. Don't you believe in God? Quit crying, Berta. Then they wouldn't send her some flowers because they thought about it. They said, I think we was probably a little bit too harsh on Berta. So let's go ahead and send her some flowers. But we still ain't gonna give her we still not giving her no apology. So listen, to each his own. We'll see what they do tomorrow. Probably business as usual. Collect the cash, bring in the Brinks truck. Let's just do what we do. This too will pass. Another 20 years of this church. Well, Detroit gonna take that land if they don't do it. This last consent. If they don't do it, it's gone. It's gone. She done flipped the script, Londa. Yes, she has. Why they keep blocking your Angie, Teddy? They keep blocking your somebody bending. Oh, okay. You doing too much. I would have taken my damn money back. A lot of people said that they would have just snatched their money back and just left it. Just snatched it. Bishop Devin, how are you? Bishop Devin Miller, how are you, sir?
St. James.
What are your thoughts after hearing Roberta's side now?
Hold on, let me do this. All right, there we go. How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
I wasn't planning on coming on. I was trying to enjoy myself and relax a little bit, but I was scrolling and I saw you talking about this, and I need to say that this has been grieving me for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because some people ought to know better, but when you know who you're dealing with, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't think this has ever been about Roberta. It's really been about Bishop-Elect Marvin Winans.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
And we did a show on this last Thursday on the Juice Radio and Talk Show.
Yeah, we love the Juice Radio and Talk Show over here. Yes.
Yeah, and I had questions, as you had raised earlier, and some of the other guests had raised as well. One, nothing takes 23 years.
Nothing. Not when it's God ordained and all,
100%. When I saw something that said that the Superdome after Katrina was remodeled and refurbished in 5 years.
Yes, definitely.
And it's taken 23 years. Number one.
Like I said, I mean, there's always been question in how they acquired that land, from that last mayor who went to jail. It was from that point that it's always been an issue. So when the new administration came into Detroit, and I'm getting this from a reporter at one of the news, they said when that new administration came in, they wanted to snatch that because they said there wasn't something wasn't right with this transaction.
Right. Yeah. When you said that, now I remember just how long this has been.
Yeah.
I didn't have as much gray hair when this was started out.
All black.
I had hair on my head. I don't understand.
Man, you're thinking 23 years, and that's a long time.
Exactly. And especially, one of the things I said in the comments was it God ordained to have something that big when you don't have enough members to fill what you got right now?
And it's common knowledge that they don't have. I mean, on a good Sunday, they got about 500 people in there.
Exactly.
But you've been in a 3,200 seater that has been dummied down because it was over 5,000 seater. And they've dumbed it down. Now the new specs are 3,200. This is just new when he got this incident, because they had to go through and do something. 3,200. But they don't have that many people at the church in Nevada.
Right. Yeah. As the church, what the view that came to my mind was when Jesus looked over into Jerusalem and wept. I just said my soul is hurting.
Yeah.
Because one, she should have never been treated that way. And I'm glad she finally, through whatever, came and really told the truth, because that just deepens the sorrow.
Yeah. Especially if you get the information as when it happened, she went back to her seat and she cried thin.
Exactly.
So it wasn't no social media outcry yet.
Right.
It wasn't on there. She in the church crying, and her grandson saying, "Grandma, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Because you didn't have enough money." That's hurtful right there.
I felt that. You said you felt it. I felt it too. Because again,
I really
didn't know. And we're going into the 3rd week now.
Yeah.
And
Cindy told her, it'll flow over in 5 to 7 days. Well,
no, this is different, because not only because of what happened, I think, but because of who then came out and spoke in favor of it.
Right.
Marvin Sapp don't need to be saying nothing.
I mean, When he
Mr.
don't
Close the
need to say,
doors.
on an offering, octopus. He don't need to say nothing when it comes to
He will forever be known as Marvin Shut the Door Sap.
close the door shop. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, and then Wooten coming out, and Wooten
Oh,
is like the king of social media, Bishop.
yeah, yeah.
Anything social media he preaches on, and he runs his church. I've never been there. I'm part of the Church of God in Christ. I have no disrespect for his office.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But for him as a person, it almost runs like it looks like he runs that church like a dictatorship.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It reminds me of what I come out of. No, it does. What I grew up in, and that's why I'm very keen on what I hear and how people say things and how pastor preach, because it can trigger me really quick.
Sure.
And I'll be like, oh, nope, not gonna. And
Yep.
Wooden gives me that. He
Oh
definitely
yeah,
does.
big time. I was so glad
Yeah.
he didn't make general board.
Oh, yeah. Somebody, they got to know that would be the downfall even more of the Church of God in
Even
Christ.
more, right?
Yeah.
Not that it's already on the slide already.
Even more.
You know. And then the final thing, and then I'll let you go, is, and I raised the question in the chat as well, is you've been in the music industry for a number of years.
Yeah, yeah.
And for you to be going through this says, did your name, not the Winans name, because BB and CC doing okay.
They all right. They okay.
But did your name lose favor? And also, did you lose favor with your family?
Yeah, well, I talked about that in maybe Patreon, but yeah.
Okay. And but it's obvious. You know, my favorite saying is even
and it is
Stevie
obvious.
can see that.
Yeah. It is obvious because they don't even, it's a lot of them don't even like fool with, they just stay away. They stay away. And if you can see, a lot of them don't come. BB will come in there. You don't see CC all the time. She may come maybe once a year, if that.
Right.
Angie and them come. They come, but you know why they come? To check
Hmm.
on Mama Winans.
Okay.
That's why they come.
Right.
But
Pop is dead, right? Pop passed away.
Yeah.
But Mom Winans is still around.
She's still living. Yeah, she just celebrated a milestone. I think, was it 90?
Okay.
Something like that recently. Yeah.
And then the other part was, if your name was good in the music industry, why didn't you 10, 15, 20 years ago do an annual gala?
Oh yeah.
And bring all the music icons to Detroit.
Yeah, blow up one of them, one of those auditoriums in Detroit, just have everybody come and listen here. I will pay for it. Yeah.
And they bring in money. All of them ain't broke.
She 89. I knew she was close.
You know, you could bring a 500,000 and ain't gonna hurt your record deal.
Right.
Not 20. Not if you've been there 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and if you did that every year, you would have had the money in 10 years. If you would have did it right. You know,
tonight we were talking about with Prophet Manasseh. I was talking about money management, money literacy, and just how you should handle the church. We have all the principles of the Bible of things, but I don't think the church really teaches how this investment. Why hasn't the church invested?
Well, in year one, depending on how you got the money, you could have put that money into an investment.
Yes.
And then if it took 10 years to raise the money that you needed, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Because now you're not giving it to the man.
That's right.
It's going from the man into the investing thing, and you're getting an annual report on how much your money is accruing over the years so that the church can have something to celebrate.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to you always coming and they see this shell of a building.
Yeah.
And they're hearing the news. Right.
Yeah.
23 years you got to redo.
I went there and saw the decay. I went there and I stood on 7th and Woodward, and I just looked at the grounds, and at that time the weeds were taller than me and just unkept. And I'm like, what is going on? And you're still collecting money for
collecting money. That's the thing that stuck in my craw. As a pastor, teacher, bishop, whatever title I use, depending on where I'm at, it is shameful.
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
body of Christ that we have something like that going on.
But you know what, Bishop? I think if if they really started asking about that money,
Oh yeah,
there's gonna be some questions that can't be answered or they don't want to answer.
correct.
Because there's
Correct.
no way in the world in 23 years. Now they 23 million to finish it. But they've spent millions of dollars already. Millions of dollars from way back on, Tammy Faye's, like we said, Tammy Faye Baker's ex-husband, when he started the building project. Then he had to sue
Wow.
them. He had to sue the Perfecting Church
Wow.
for not getting paid.
See,
And that was way back years ago.
right.
So there is a lot of stuff that needs to be investigated.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Why is it taking this long?
And see, the
Yeah.
people, and this is the ill-informed people of the church, because if you have a record of what you gave,
Yeah.
and you have a bunch of people that have a record of what they gave over the last 5, 10, 15 years, you can open up a class action suit.
That's why he tries to make them read them little disclaimers.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
St. James in the
Uh-huh. But see,
I
you
give in
can
faith.
go before this year. The
Yeah.
thing is, that's this year.
Yeah.
You can go back 20
Right.
something years.
You wasn't reading nothing back
You
in.
wasn't reading nothing then.
That's just for the recent stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, I'm just saying for those who go to Perfection Church.
Well, I
Look.
did a story on a church that in Los Angeles, that two of the deacons, one of the ministers, one of the deacons, it did, the pastor died. The daughter started taking over the church. Come to find out the daughter had been still in the church blind for years. She didn't want to turn over the records to the deacons when the pastor died. So they subpoenaed all the records and figured out she stole millions from the church. They sued and won. They got all of the tithes and offerings back that they had paid over the years that they had record of.
Yep.
That they can prove. So it's a real thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And until we start doing those things, as Prophet Kip, as Prophet Cat Williams said, people are being exposed.
Yeah.
And until we, not so much take advantage, because we don't have to go to the extreme like the world, but we do have to hold each other accountable. The Bible says, let us do all things decent and in order.
Hey, y'all got him before I can get him. I wanted to get him. He says, St. James, may the Lord rebuke you. You have either no business or right speaking against Bishop-Elect Winans. And that's why we in the state that we in now in the church, because nobody
100%.
will speak against it or rebuke it.
Yeah. and my final question, then I'm gonna let you go, because I always like to leave a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here. I've been on this my second time. I gotta go.
It's real. But how long does it take for you to move from Bishop-Elect to Bishop?
Well, that's the other thing, Bishop. He says he's not going to take the bishop authority until he builds the building, because that's what God told him.
No.
So,
all right, I done heard it all
now. Thank you so much for your thoughts and your opinion. Come up more often. All right.
Oh, I will. God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Listen. I just wanted to bring y'all the information. This is where we're at. This is where we be. Listen, if you go over there, give all your money, give to this fictitious church that may get built, may not get built. I think they're at about 100 and should be in about 100 and something days, even though that calendar is named right, because they just pushed it to June 26. Because that calendar, that countdown takes it to the end of May. Or I think June sometime. I don't know what the exact date is, but they pushed it to June, and that calendar should say May. But listen, you said there's a special place in hell for people who steal from the church. Listen, that's what I've been saying when we did that story on Peace Apostolic, and the way they over there, and she's still over there. Somebody sent me a video. She over there shouting. She ain't got no reason to shout. pay the money back and then shout. How about you do that? You do that. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one. I got to get out of here. I would end with, I usually end with Marvin, but I don't want to hear Marvin tonight. Berta, you'll be all right. But don't let them hush you. Don't let them shush you, Berta.